We're live. Okay, guys, let's go for a walk. Should I turn? Yeah, I'll turn the screen around so I can see this way. And yeah, if you're confident like I am confident on my work, on my tracking and stuff, we're on a trail right now. And I could tell you the results of finding this path, but you know, just hang around and bear with me and let's see if I can even make it through here. Because I haven't decided that. What people have to understand about game trails is, yeah, there are game trails. It's a real thing, no doubt. But more often, there are Bigfoot trails, paths. Less often are there game trails. But there are such a thing as game trails. And no doubt the Bigfoot probably use it along with them. In here, what you see is you see a number of ways of getting through, but there's sort of just like gates. And you know, if you look at the way the path is really made, how these gates are laying there, how does someone make the trail so well here in this accumulation? Why is the trail actually here and not kind of here? There's all kinds of thoughts we can bring into this. So I'm lakeside, and I just, yeah, so a rest stop there. I was going to go up the mountain to that spot I've been going to a couple of times since I've been up here in the Vernon, Osoyoos area in British Columbia, Kelowna, and what am I saying? That, yeah. So there we go. We got heavily deer season. Oh, who do we got hanging in here? That's Mark. Hey Mark, how's it going, brother? Is that Memphis? And Donna, how's it going? And Susan, right on. Yeah, with my new phone, I got some lifetime, and I went, or whatever, data. So I went and tested it out the other night to just use up the last of the months there. And so I realized, I don't know, I probably got an hour's worth or some of the line that I would be able to accomplish with my data. Right on, there's that golf ball. Oh my goodness, I knew it was over here somewhere. You know, been looking for that one for a while. Then what you do is you look for actual, if you see a cut on it or anything. You guys know how I am with the claw marks, right? What are we seeing there? Are we seeing a little bit of a swipe or something? Maybe. But you look for that kind of stuff, and you know, lots of people turn around and take this kind of stuff out and such. I don't always, because, you know, the way I look at it a little bit different. There's a chance a person did throw it up here, but there's maybe a chance that it was out there floating on the water and one of these guys brought it up here or whatever, and it's blah, blah, blah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just toss it down to where the people do go, because along this beach here, people on their boats and stuff will find their privacy and continue on. Like I'm going to continue on right now. Hang on for the ride, because I'm busting through this messy trail these guys or whoever's building it. There's some more poop from a deer. It's kind of neat. I'm enjoying the culture here. It's a little bit different. And it's not like I'm wrapping my mind into it constantly or anything, you guys. I am here on a bit of a hangout time and stuff like that. So my son and his cousin went to the water parks today. I'm just doing some hard pushing right now, guys. So you can probably hear it all breaking against my back. I don't feel like bending over that much. It's kind of beautiful in here though, eh? I'm sure a certain amount of you can see that it's groomed Now I'm going to give you an idea. We're on, how does it, okay, here we are level. Sorry, I'm just burning some energy here, so sometimes it starts to put the old shake into this body. So I'll just keep it level here. So there we're about level, and that's about how the ground slope's going. Oh, nice. I think through there we see some, gonna get some cliffs and stuff. So let's keep heading that way. I'm gonna hold this can, no, I'll just flop it around and stuff. What is Susan saying? Oh, she's just saying hi to everybody. Cool. Hey, bro, back. Where I am, my figuring would be, this is just nighttime use. Around this bend and up and around here, maybe there's places where scouts and a small family or whatever is willing to hang out and such like that. But like I'm telling you guys, I don't, you know, I'm sure there's a number of you starting to realize how heavy it is. But my numbers would add to yours. Almost every person, I believe my numbers will add to yours, because I think a lot of you, even people who have been following me, still are working to trust the understanding of how much these guys are involved in these rocks maybe sitting here. These rocks crumbling to pieces, the wild growth, the skinning of that tree. If you went over there, you really follow the process of these trees and their bark on them, you'll find on the ground so many times the percentage of bark for those in particular trees is, I don't know, it might be less than 1% that is accumulated there. So in other words, they like the bark for some reason. Or there's some other kind of wild bird that builds little log cabins with it. So you see what's out there, guys? So that's, I'm not sure what lake this is called, but Vernon is back there. Come on, kind of on the back side of Vernon. I don't know if I'd be on maybe the west side of Vernon or something. So whatever lake this would be, it goes down there and tees off. It's big. That's a restaurant. I just talked to the owner there, and yeah, they're building a restaurant. Look what's happened here. All this grass. Oh, I see. See all this grass here? I'm about to walk on that. And these shoes, I've worn down my soles. So it kind of, I thought, trail there. So it made my mind just glitch into other things. And I thought, oh, maybe they're folding it down to make the trail walk harder. In a way, they might be. But there is existing trail there, and there is existing trail above it. So even up in the highest of mountains, we will be able to document a lot of this kind of path coverage. And I believe it's because, yeah, these things are way too slippery, soles. I believe it's because of, it's, you know, it's just whatever, some parts is just in their nature. I'm probably better off to be doing this in bare feet. What do you say? It's going to be hard for me to get down. But what I can do is, I'm going up, and then when I come down, I'm just going to cross the thing. This is quite the slope. I really don't have the right shoes. You can fall down something like that. What do you guys want to do? Try a zoom here? My zoomer works on this, I've noticed. So let's try a little bit of a zoom and see if you guys get to see anything kind of pretty there. Is it wiggling too much? Yeah. Whoops. I better watch what I'm doing. Like this. Okay, I'm going to use this as my walking stick, I guess, now. Yeah, I'm making a logical choice. Well, for starters, I'm going to put my straps on my feet. I think I'm going to go back down to the shore. Next strap. So someone like me, someone who goes out of place, I go out of place a lot. These guys will already be really curious about me. Their curiosity might have already been even remembered since I was here last time, kind of sticking my nose into some of their business, trying to figure out what's going on. We're gonna go under here. And so, at least for this time, I know I've gone up into their areas where they're not used to very many people coming. So what that tells me, and how far I'm into this, and maybe you guys, some of yous out there too are, they watch from other advantage points. They are on these other mountains. They are actually spread out. They do prefer in the areas of the part of the country, the world that I live in. They do prefer high numbers around the humans. As you start to go away from the humans, the numbers seem to lessen. I don't know if that's going to be really accurate, but I know that, wow, is this ever just pulling apart this bank when I step on it here? So that's just, info. So yeah, so here we are at a tree. We're coming down right now. So you see the process that goes on here? Look down here. Don't get the leaves mixed up with it. There's some right there. A little more or less. A lot of this is leaves. Some of it is the bark. Look how much is there. Look how much is missed off of that face. Just in case you guys don't know this tree. I even question the darkness of it sometimes, because sometimes it gets really black. And I have talked about the blackness that I relate with a leftover heat residue. So I've been at a number of tree stumps that have been burnt out in places where I'm going, who came all the way out here and burnt this out? Check it out, it sure is like charcoal substance and everything like that. And yeah, so that's just where I'm parked. And we're gonna go this way now. Kind of be neat if you could actually be in a situation where you could, whoa, that's slippery rock. You could hear people talk. You guys, the viewers, could talk, or you have one or two of them. I guess you can do that in some way, but hopefully you're enjoying that water. Sure, some of you will be. So if you even really start getting into the gravel around here, you guys, you can see where they toss over stuff. You can tell which are their branches that they chew off compared to a beaver. There's a difference in how a Bigfoot leaves this cut or chewed. Whatever their choice is, there's a difference than in the beaver. And I've uploaded a number of videos on that. There's actually right over there in the park, there's a tree that's taken down with them in with they leave some of the chips, and they actually leave the chips of inaccurate marking, but they think they have goddess on them. And the truth is, if you Google the way the chip looks, it does come up as beaver chips. I've seen them before, but other people do have proper beaver chips also up on Google. And I have a selection of both proper beaver chips, where I had eyewitness from the person's property, and then these mimicked beaver chips, and they're quite different. Real beaver chips show quite an aggressive handling. They're just ripping it apart, getting the tree down, so they can start eating the bark and leaves and stuff, the stuff they want to eat. And these guys use their hands most likely. Maybe they incorporate something else. I'm not sure about teeth or something, but and they, yeah, so they kind of got to carve it. So they carve it. It's almost, I don't know. I really don't know why they put so much work into the way they do carve it. But if you go onto my channel and you just punch up the, ooh, this stuff's slimy. Beaver. You know, beaver and wood chips and stuff like that. Tin Man, whatever. You'll find it. I really don't want to be walking on those. So, I question to myself that this was probably old fracking of theirs. There's a number of spots along here. And now it's just ended up with whatever kind of a slime stuff's going on from the lake. It ends up being coated on it. See, and if you think about that, all of these spots become good grub spots too, don't they? So, could we say there's a chance that there's, see, like up here, and that might have been the location, because this tree looks like it grew here. So this was either taken off from a little bit higher of a location, or it was taken off from this location. And we're, in their sense, they, like, I've seen ones like this where they're 6 feet, 7 feet off of the ground, just a branch off of a tree, and they do the same kind of a cut technique. And that one's also up on my channel there. I say something about beavers flying or something. Okay, there we go. Something about beavers can't fly. Oh, look it, we got some stairs right there. Go for a little bit of a higher view. Do a little stick adjustment. I don't think you have to worry much about, because it wasn't that good to go up here. Rattlesnakes around here in my gatherings. I don't think you have to worry much about them. I'm wearing absolutely the wrong shoes for this. So you could turn around and come to this place here, and you see how all that configuration of rock right there is. A lot of people don't get piling configuration out of rock or whatever. Difference from avalanche or just time, right? And they don't question a lot of rock setting and sittings. So say if this was a spot in your area, film this, take some still pictures, come back later, and there really is no reason for any of these things to be changing up. And if you look at my couple of uploads the last couple of days, I've been showing you some really simple samples of that kind of work that is most likely implemented by the youngsters. It's just natural training. You know, you don't lock your kids up in the room when you're going to clean the house when they're 2 and 3. You want them to get used to the vacuum and get an understanding that, yeah, this will be your job someday. See, you should turn around and you look at, you see that bunch of rock right there? You never know. That could be a little pile accumulation by them. Okay, how come you're not zooming back? There you go. So what do you think? You think I'm man enough? Excuse me. Make sure you guys listen for a rattlesnake, right? Your hearing's better than mine. Just start screaming if you hear it. You guys hearing something? So, you know, when we get into a lot of my town walks, my city walks and stuff, rock corridors, quarries and such like that, I can see where they're doing so much work. It really seems like so much of it will be just based on a lot of small entrances like that and cave systems like that. On one of the rock quarries, one of the piles in it, I'm watching it change a lot over the couple of years. And it sounds very hollow when you tap on it now. Like you're up on the top of, I don't know, say 15, 20 feet of rock, maybe even taller. It's a huge pile, bigger than a house. And you tap on the rock, even when you jump from rock to rock, it has a hollow, distinctive noise going on in there. And it's very, very easy to hear, very easy to understand that there's gray spot on nice. She hasn't noticed me yet. She's looking down. I gotta try to adjust my stick slowly. See if I can end up sitting down or something. Yeah, her face is annoying as she's itching. I think I just heard a click behind me. One of the secrets is don't let them see your eyes. How much am I zoomed in there? And if you have to move your body or anything, try not to have your arms out. Try to have them close into your body. Yeah, I'm zoomed in, eh? I'd like to sit down when she's doing that, but I just don't want to lose her. Seen anybody else yet? Sorry about the shaking. Hopefully this camera's not that bad. It's just I've exerted amount of energy that just kind of spins it up a bit. Hey, Mommy, you're going the wrong way, girlfriend. The crew's over here. So, and one thing I say about this, guys, and I talk about, if you start being out here more and stuff, and you're able to dedicate time, you watch the language of those things, those deer, and you'll start to realize that you can pick up information through their behavior of these guys. So remember the other night, or the other day I put up, I think maybe yesterday I talked about it or something. I had 5 of those, a mother and 4 young, not young. And I guess they just keep their young with them for one season, don't they? So these girls would be getting, or whatever they were, be getting up there. Where am I? Did I lose my spot? Where am I? Oh, there I am. Oh, that was funny. It's funny. One person watching a live deer on trail, eh? So, I think I'll make I'm gonna drop my pole here a bit, and then I'm gonna try to get some other view in here while we're enjoying this, because I'm not gonna leave this spot. There's no sense for me to leave until I get the thought to leave. I'm moving my head a fair amount and stuff, and I don't know if she's noticed me at all. I don't think so, but I'm telling you, she's pretty comfortable. There's a big bird up there, so she might be right now. Okay, where's the pole? Okay, down there. There we go. Bring it back in front of me. those monopoles on her, so let me do a bit of a, whoops, do a zoom back so you guys can kind of see what's going on there. No, the water's great. Susan. So you guys see the deer in there? Anybody new? Oh, there's one up in behind the bush there, and she kind of picked up on my voice a bit there. Okay. This could end up getting exciting. Well, they might be just chilling there, and this really might be their direction they want to go. So what I want to do is I want to work myself down into a seated position. Can anybody see the one up there behind the in center now? See her head off to the left of that greener bush. Do a little sweep, see if we see anybody else around. Be kind of interesting if it was a mother with 4 young. Like the other night with me, out on the road, which I never caught on video. But, so far just the 2. So they'll have a certain amount of confusion with the ecosystem from down below, because people talking in boats, their voices travel very well up. But if I was standing on the top of this mountain yelling down to the people in the boat, our voices don't travel that way well. So rebounding and floating up the side of the mountain, it works well. Stinking plane. Yeah. Right over top of us. So you guys seeing that girl up there? Oops. Guess she's not in the sky, is she? I sure don't enjoy this zoom I have here, but I just can't do it well. Oh, there she's coming out a little bit. Oh. She's got a good look on me, so there we go. See that? So you gotta move slow, you don't make any action, but she was totally checking out probably me, the one up on top. Because I peeked out a little bit too much noise. Is that one that's sitting down? Her peripheral vision is huge. You can see it almost behind her head, and I'm like 90 degrees off the side of her face, so it's really hard for me to try to duck, like sit down. I could do it if my muscles could handle the straining of going slow, but not in shape for that one. Yeah, whatever, girls, I'm here. Oh yeah, because the boat noise. The boat noise stops so they can hear me better. I got a brown hat on, so that's nice. Sorry if I'm wiggling a lot. I had to stretch my neck and look around. Right on, and they didn't even catch on to me turning my head. Okay, up top here. I want to take a look up top. I'll view it a little bit better so I can figure out our spot there. There's a couple of plants. So if we would have any brave or scouts around here that are willing to close the distance. Oh, see that one? I moved one of my hands too, so she might see it. So I'll just make it look like it's a leaf. only hope that it can be like this with Bigfoot. You know, we see over there Tin Man, or Ian, or AKA Mountain Goat. So, just two. Because I'm pretty sure by now we would have seen more if there was more than two. And once they catch enough of an understanding, they're gone. Oh my God, be able to catch them around the bend. So they really haven't gotten a full understanding that I'm here, but they've clued in something's going on a bit. Okay, so we want to take a look up top here. Okay, so I'm gonna spin you kind of fast here, I think. Wait a second, I'll do this. That one isn't looking this way, the other one's got the back to me now, so it's a good time to move a bit. Because, you know, when you're here and you're watching that deer and you're enthralled by that, and other beings know us humans get lost in them, and that's when maybe giving up a little bit of a hide or something spot might happen, because they might be so curious. I've noticed that they don't like to have things in front of their faces. They will, at many costs, because they don't want to get busted. But they won't, they have a preference of full visibility like us. I don't know if I'm on any good there. I'm kind of on an angle that's awkward. I like that dark spot, checking it out. And I think there's some up there I just want to watch for a moment. Got those two girls hanging around here still, so that's okay. And I think earlier I was talking about how they do really keep deer around with their skills. Did anybody pick up on a bird noise or something there? So I see the one sitting down in there still. Somebody's, oh, it's a damn wasp in my shoe, walking on my foot. Yeah, can you come out of my shoe? Please. Oh, he came out. Sorry. Oh, that's buddy. Wow, that was hilarious. Now she's on to be big time, eh? Yeah, I swear, man, a wasp. It's these stinking croc-like things. Alrighty, what do you think? Try walking towards her and see if she accepts me. Yeah, I better keep it that kind of a zoom. I'll just keep this thing in super non-shake mode. And here we go. Ooh, the wasp came out of my shoe again. It's still in. Yeah, because I might try that thing where she might think she's that well camouflaged. If I don't really look at her much. know where the other one is. Can't see the other one. So that view, I guess, is where a good view is, isn't it? Chances are, if I said something loud, she would split. I tried talking baby talk. She's still not fully realizing that I got her on view. How you doing, Mama? How are you? Hey? Doing pretty good? Is that your young that's with you? Huh? You gonna come this way? Are you still laying down? She didn't even get up. Yeah, she's still laying down. Wow. How many feet? I don't know. Not very many. Let's go with 20, 46, about 80 feet. So this is fun. Hope you're having fun. No sense bothering her any more than that. Just push her to see how close she will be before she does have to stand up, and she gets out of like, look at, she's chewing her cud right now. Yeah. And then who knows if the young one or whoever else was here even realizes I'm here. Let's see what time I'm at. Oh, I still got a little more time I can use. I'm having a good time. I wonder if I could sit down. Okay, I'm gonna do you a zoom back a bit so I don't lose. Hello! Who is that? That is... Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to get the name there. Far Thought. There we go. I'm getting Far Thought. Here's an enjoyable view. Far Thought. There, she's accepting me sitting down. There you go. Hope that doesn't mess with people's eyes. I know some people are pretty sensitive, and that really isn't on purpose. I'm just this camera and me have not clicked yet. Okay, I'm trying to do it in a way where it's nice and calm. Now, if you think about this, if you're a researcher and you're out here for other reasons, this becomes pretty interesting because we are being investigated. So we're being researched. So to have the patience of this kind of research, some people are probably realizing how much patience it takes to do my style of research. And in the reality of it, this is the style of research that people got to be doing. That person out there that is just going out there and, putting up camera, the trail cams and walking around with a video camera once a month or whatever type thing. Fine, that's cool and stuff, and I understand. But their thing really is just about a picture. They might have a kit for making some casts of their feet, but that's really mostly their story. I'm way beyond that story, and it's not about gloating. It's not about look at me. It's nothing about that. It's truly just about try listening to my story, try watching some of my videos and see what I'm doing. In my own ways, I'm trying to educate myself, educate everybody on these guys. And one of the things that I'm telling us right now, from my experiences doing something like this, if there's a scout in the area, he will be much more interested in what I'm doing out here, because on all of these mountains around here, let me go like this, and let me go like this. All of this around here, nobody's doing what I'm doing right now. Not a single person. That guy's in his boat, which he's maybe been on all day. Those guys are building their restaurant, which they've been building for a couple of years or something. That guy's not in his sailboat right now because they seen him drive away. They're those kind of scouts. They understand the people up at that farm way back up in there. They know them. They know what they're about. They know if they're good people. They know if they got guns. They know if they need to stay away from them and not bother them. And they'll decide if they want to. So a scout will decide if he wants to come down. Will decide if he wants to come down here and see me or not. And come close. And the reason that I'm able to say that is because they do sound communication. They do a lot of sound communication. People got to start having a little faith in believing that they do some sound communication, so then you can at least start judging the sounds you hear. So in other words, if you're out and you're sitting on your patio deck late at night and you hear sounds, even if they're sounds you recognize, still try to place them. Maybe it's a sound of something that's common that you hear, so you're about to say, oh no, that's that type of a tool. And then all of a sudden you realize, wait a second, nobody's home at that yard. Nobody's in that backyard. So why am I hearing something that kind of sounds like that tool coming from that yard? So you've already gone past a stage of just being fine with everything at that point. And that's all you have to do here. So at night, listen to the dog talk. It's bullshit. Good portion of it. Is all of it going to be 100%? Nope. But a good portion of it. And, I don't just fluke out and get into different areas and be able to read it and nobody else getting that kind of a thing. Other people are getting it too. It's just that we're not all believing that they do this kind of those noises. And you hear that? Woo! That was from one of those two boats. There you hear it again. And it's not even very loud going. So if you hear a bark coming across that water from the other side, yeah, it's not necessarily a dog. So I think I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna do a little viewing around on this cliff edge again and see what we come up with. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for watching it, you know, from front to end, you know, supporting the channel. Thanks for supports with thumbs and comments. Comments are great. Any of my videos that you especially like a little bit, make in your own channel, make what do you call it, a favorite section just for my videos, and save those ones, even if you don't ever come back and look at them. It's a certain staging for YouTube to like more, so that's part of the reason why I like it. They recognize that, you know, like a thumbs, they give, you know, let's say okay, there's a half a point for every time you get a thumb. But when people go to the stage of making a favorites list, that's more than a half a thumb. I'm just looking for peeping toms that are wondering, why is this dude hanging out on the hillside now? Yesterday he was up on the top of this part. Now he's down here. Shall we see if the deer is still here? Yeah, she is. If you're just tuning in, she's right there. She's got a young or something around here somewhere. So she's a well-seasoned mom that obviously has not much fear with the humans. Peace out. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, I'll figure that out. Peace out, Tin Man from up on the mountain. Looking for signs and I see them. They're all over the place. I kid you not, you guys. I kid you not. Look at your over amount of seeding that trees are doing. Over amount. Look at this little Weasley tree right there. Look at how many seedlings she's got on there. And those cones carry a lot of seeds. So the cone itself isn't one seed. And then there's good nutrition in there. It's a very small speck of nutrition in those pine cones in each one of the seeds. It's new growth. It's new energy. It's new life. Why not eat it? You know that that tree is not going to be poisonous on that level. And so excessive seeds, you know, the helicopter seeds, you know, the two that are attached together and they're helicopter seeds, those both have a little sprout in them, you know. So you collect up a lot of those all summer, and also be ready to raid some squirrels and stuff like that. You keep squirrels in your neighborhood and you keep them collecting and you watch where they hide them and you go raid them, because the squirrels overdo all of that stuff and we know that. And yeah, and these guys are part on that smarts. And so that at the same time they know how to keep the deer around and keep that amount of food close by. You know, if they actually do any robbing of garbage cans or any city kind of stuff like that, where they're getting a little bit of subsistence through that way, then yeah, we'll find that out eventually. Peace out. This is glorious, eh? I don't know how much people enjoy this, so you almost don't want to turn it off. See you guys.